Hey, Wellness Crew. Hope things are going well this week. I am giving you a quick recorded video here of the directions for today's lesson. We'll go through some slides. There'll be a couple of short video clips to watch, and then there'll be an activity for you to do with a partner when we get to the end. So here we go. Today we're going to talk about strengthening your character muscles, looking at some of those ones that you could work on to continue to grow as a good human for the people around you. So when we take a look, I'll read this quote to you and think about the stuff over on the right-hand side of your screen. True character is revealed in the choices a human makes under pressure. The greater the pressure, the deeper the revelation, the truer the choice to the character's essential nature. So when you have a serious choice to make, people get to see the real you. And the more pressure you feel about that decision, the more it will tend to show your true colors. What are you going to default to when the pressure is on? And when it comes to your character as a human, that is displayed by the actions that you carry out and the thoughts you have behind your actions. So it's how other people build their opinion of you. So as you're going through your day, if you make very honest choices that display a character trait of honesty, other people begin to perceive you as an honest person and a trustworthy person. Our character, we talked about before, character versus personality. Personality is something that's pretty fixed. Our character is influenced by things as we get older. Sometimes our character changes with age, different life experiences we have, our parents or guardians, or family members can affect it. Maybe you had a coach or another adult leader that affected it. You've got some friends who are influences on your character. Your character can be formed or can be influenced by a lot of the people around you. So remember, we did the activity the other day that you did the character survey on viacharacter.org and came up with your top 24 strengths and them ranked in order. And you did the activity the other day where you were working on your top 5 strengths. Today you are going to look at your bottom 5 strengths. So what I want you to do right now is take a second to find your character strengths, and whether it's on a piece of scratch paper in Notability or somewhere else, you're going to write down what your bottom 5 strengths are. So I'll give you a second to do that here. So I'm going to, hopefully you've been able to find those and you're looking them up and able to jot them down. And we want to think about, while you're finishing looking this up, you're trying to think of those strengths as muscles. Even the ones that are down at the bottom are ones that you use. There are some down there that are just down there because you don't use them as much, but maybe they're ones that still show up in your life. But the goal of today is we're going to take a look at some of those weaker character muscles you have and make some decisions about how do you grow those going forward. So I'm going to give a few more seconds here to get that open and running and take a look at what those bottom 5 were. And then we're going to go to the next slide. If you need to go back and do this step a little bit later, or finish this step a little bit later, you can. But you're trying to look at from 24, 23, 22, 21, and 20. All those ones that fell in that bottom 5. And writing them down, like I said, either on a piece of scratch paper or you're writing them down on a Notability. All right. So before we go further, we're going to watch a short video after I move myself across the screen. Whoa, I just disappeared. Let's try moving that a little bit. On your character.
Imagine what would happen if every person in the United States suddenly visited your website. Would it crash?
Did you know that there are more than 7 billion people in our world today? That's 7 with 9 zeros after it. That's a lot of people. And every person is special and unique in his or her own way. There are no 2 people that look exactly alike. Even identical twins have slight differences. No 2 people that like exactly the same things and are good at exactly the same things. We all have different strengths, which means the things that we are good at, and all have different weaknesses, which means the things we need to improve in. Something that makes us unique is our character strengths. Character strengths includes things like bravery, kindness, teamwork, and honesty. Social scientists have done a lot of research and found that there are 24 character strengths that people can have. And everyone has a different amount of each strength. For example, you might be very strong at fairness, but need to work on forgiveness. Or you might be strong at curiosity, but need to work in self-regulation, which means having self-control to do the right thing even when it's hard. Once we know our special combination of character strengths, we can use our special strengths to help others. But does it mean that our strengths can't change? The answer is no. We may be born with certain character strengths, but the people around us, like our teachers and family and friends, can also affect our strengths. Our experiences and how we choose to use our strengths also changes them. Our character strengths are like the muscles we have. If you exercise every day, you can grow stronger and bigger muscles. Character is the same. If you use them more, they will get stronger and bigger. Your body is also made up of many different muscle groups. Your character is similar because it is comprised of different character strengths. This means we can improve in whatever area in our character we choose. For example, let's look at the character strength, or in this case, character muscle, gratitude. Gratitude means we see the good things that are in our lives already, and we say thank you for them. We can be thankful for things, people, and opportunities we have. We can be thankful for blue skies and sunny weather. We can be thankful for our school, or for having friends we can play with. By choosing to be grateful, we will become more content and happy with our lives. Some people might naturally be more grateful than others, but if you choose to train your gratitude muscles every day, they will grow stronger. You can start by being thankful for the kindness your friends show when they share their snacks with you. And you can express gratitude by saying, "Thank you." By putting gratitude into practice, you will be happy and grateful. And did you know that people with more gratitude are healthier, happier, have more friends, and even get better grades? Those are lots of reasons to practice gratitude. So just like how we do exercise to make our body stronger, let's use our character muscles and make our character stronger. It will help us become better people and help the world become a better place. How will you use your character muscles today?
All right. So, jump back into the slideshow here after I move myself. So I'm going to read through the directions, through the definitions, and you're going to rank your weakest character muscles 1 to 5. Number 1, there we go. Number one is going to be the muscle that you are most interested in improving. Okay? If you're like I was in high school and ADHD is sometimes challenging, maybe self-regulation is one. Or maybe like the video talked about gratitude, because gratitude has a lot of documented benefits to your health, both physically and mentally. And then number 2, 3, 4, and then number 5 is out of those bottom 5, what's the one that you're least excited about trying to improve? So appreciation of beauty and excellence means you notice and enjoy the beauty in many places, like nature and art and music. You'll notice and enjoy watching people who are talented or very skilled at what they do. You'll notice a beautiful sunrise. You'll notice things, and it will catch your eye enough to really think about the beauty and excellence of it. Bravery means you don't avoid challenges or difficult situations. You speak up for what you think is right. Even if others disagree with you, you're willing to take on a challenge, even if it seems scary, or even if your friends are like, oh my gosh, you're willing to try that. Creativity is not so much art, but thinking of new ways to do things. You're thinking about ways to solve a problem or create a project, lots of different things. It can be expressed in art, but it has more to do with thinking at things from different angles. Curiosity is just being interested in many things. Okay, something new, you have a topic that comes up in school, and you naturally are curious about lots of things that you come across in school, or curious about something you hear about on social media, or something that you read in a book. Fairness is underneath me right now. Fairness is you give everyone a fair chance. You treat people in a fair and just way. So you see that there's an AirPod case left in the locker room, and you pick it up and take it and give it to the teachers and explain that somebody left it behind, versus someone who's not fair might pick that up and be like, hey, you know what, they left it, they lost it, it's mine now. Forgiveness is what you think. Forgiving others for what they've done or said when they've done something hurtful. You're willing to give people a second chance. You tend not to hold grudges. Gratitude, like we talked about, you notice the good things that are happening, and you think about appreciating them or being thankful for them, and you express that gratitude to the people who provided whatever it was that made you happy. Honesty is being true to yourself. Okay, you're transparent. You show who you really are. You express your real feelings. You speak the truth. You take responsibility for the things that you do and say. Humility is what's hiding under me right now. Oh, and I disappeared again. No, I don't need that much. There we go. So humility is not drawing extra attention to yourself. No matter what you're successful at, or people, whether it's having a new outfit, or it's being good at a sport, or succeeding at an audition for something, you don't draw extra attention to yourself. You don't go telling people about it. You let your accomplishments speak for themselves rather than pointing them out. Humor is what you think. You like to laugh, and you make others laugh. You see the light side of things. Kindness is you enjoy helping others, whether it's doing something helpful for a particular person, or doing something that you know would be helpful at school. You enjoy taking care of other people. Leadership is that you like to encourage and work with others to help them get things done. If there's a group that needs to accomplish something, you are interested in and good at stepping up and taking the lead to help the group get where they need to go. Love is the one underneath me at the moment. You like being close to other people. You give love to others. You like receiving love from others. So that is something that is evident in your relationships. Love of learning is just liking to learn new things. You like to learn how to do new things, like to learn new information, new stories. Judgment isn't like being a judgy person. Judgment is someone who has good judgment. They use good critical thinking skills. So you like to think things through before you make a decision. You tend to be good at looking at all sides of a situation. You're able to change your mind if there's a good reason to do so. But you're good at processing the details of a choice. Hope is someone who expects good things to happen in the future. You're willing to work to make the good things happen, and that's your expectation. Perseverance, you finish what you start. You get started on something, no matter how difficult it gets, you're willing to see it through to the finish. You're willing to overcome challenges, and you like to see things all the way to the end. Perspective is being able to see situations from a broad perspective, being able to see lots of angles. So you're good at giving it advice. You're able to see the big picture in a situation. Prudence is a little bit like judgment. You're careful about making decisions. You avoid taking unnecessary risks. You are good at avoiding saying or doing things you might later regret. Self-regulation is you avoid overdoing things. You avoid losing your temper. You avoid getting overly excited about something positive happening. You're able to regulate your behaviors, right? So you're not doing something impulsively that you would regret. Social intelligence is you know what to do to get along with different groups of people. You know what makes other people tick. You know why they do what they do. You're aware of other people's thoughts and feelings, and you understand how to navigate that. Your sense of purpose, you feel like you're here for a reason. You feel a sense of connection with something larger than yourself, whether that's faith-based or it's just being understanding you're a piece of a larger society and you have a purpose within that. Teamwork is what you would expect. You work well as a member of a team. You do your share of the work. You add to a positive culture. You're loyal to the group or the team. You make things better for them. And then zest is whatever you're going to do, you have a tendency to be excited, energetic, optimistic, positive about it. You view life and the things that happen on a daily basis as an adventure. So you're going to take a minute right now and you're going to make a decision out of those 5, which one do you want to improve the most? So you're going to pick that one, okay? Maybe you're going to be more brave. Maybe you're going to be more prudent. You're going to be more thoughtful on your decisions, or you're going to be a better team member. Whatever the case may be, take a second right now. You're going to pick that trait, okay? What you are going to do when you are done selecting that trait is you are going to do an interview with someone else in the class. Now, don't start looking around the room planning right now because directions are important. So, what the process is going to be, you are going to get graded and you are going to submit the video when you are the interviewer. Again, when you are the interviewer, when you're the person asking the questions, record that on your iPad, not on theirs. You're not getting graded for your answers. You're getting graded for doing the interview properly. So you're the interviewer. You're going to introduce yourself to the interviewee. Hi, Mr. Donnell. My name is Mr. Donnell. Ask them to introduce yourself. Could you tell me what your name is? Okay. And then I'm going to be interviewing you about what is one character strength that you really are hoping to improve this year. And ask you some questions following up about that. Okay? They're going to be able to respond to you. You're going to ask each of the questions on the worksheet out loud and give them time to process and answer. If they don't answer all parts of the question, you're going to add a little, like ask a probing question. Okay? And then at the interview, you're going to thank them for doing all of the interview questions. When you are being interviewed, you are going to use positive body language, okay? So when you're being interviewed, you're going to be making eye contact with the interviewer. You're going to be shoulders and eyes and everything facing them, looking engaged in the conversation. You're either going to look at the camera or you're going to look at the interviewer, depending upon how you choose to shoot it. When they ask a question, you're going to repeat that question out loud before answering it. Okay? Why is it that you want to change this character trait? Well, I would like to change this character trait because I feel like it would make my life better and it's really going to strengthen my relationships. So you repeat that question before. So make sure that you understand what you're saying. And then at the end, when you get thanked, then you say, "You're welcome, and I hope you have a good day." So you're going to do that interview each person is going to do both jobs, okay? So you're going to be each person once. Okay? You want to, like I said, you want to record your interview on your iPad. When you are the interviewee, you are simply participating in the interview. Okay, so you're going to have you seated next to each other. You both need to be in the shot. Okay, you need to make sure that the iPad is arranged so that both people are visible and can be heard. Make sure you can hear them. Okay, and check that beforehand. Record 15 seconds of a conversation and go back and listen to it and make sure that I'm going to be able to hear you, because you will not get full credit if I cannot hear the interview, or if it only shows the top of your head or the side of your face. You need to be able to do that. So if you have to be a little strategic about where you choose to record your interview, that's fine, but you need to make sure that you meet all those requirements. Okay, oop, that's not us. So these are the interview questions. Okay, and they're going to be on a sheet. You're going to get a sheet that has these questions so you can have it as a script while you're doing it. Okay, what is the character muscle that you want to work on, and why is it important for you to strengthen this muscle? On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is improving this muscle to you and why? Make sure they answer why they rated it what they did. How could improving this muscle positively affect your relationships in your life? What is an obstacle in your control that could get in the way of improving this muscle? Maybe addressing this is going to be a huge challenge for you because of the fact that this is going like against a character trait that's pretty ingrained for you. Okay, or it's going to take a lot of concentration, or you have a lot of friends that don't have that character strength, and so it's going to feel uncomfortable because of the group of friends you're with, because they don't do it that way. Okay? And then the last question is, what is something that you could realistically do to just strengthen this muscle today? Whether it's, if I choose gratitude or grateful, being more grateful, I'm going to say thank you to every person who does something that helps me all day, whether it's a teacher answering a question for me, it's someone holding a door open for me, it's thanking my parents for something that I take for granted every day, whatever the case may be. Okay? But what is something you can do today that could make that happen? Okay? So those are your interview questions. Make sure they answer them thoroughly, and make sure the interviewer, the person asking, is the one who has their iPad recording. Okay, sorry for the long video. That is designed to make sure we get you on the right page today. Choose a partner, preferably someone that you are not already friends with in the room, but make sure that you partner up quickly enough to get going. And if you know there's someone in the room that you're not sure they're going to get a partner, be that person who is brave enough and compassionate enough and friendly enough to decide to do the assignment with someone that you don't know. Okay, that's what I got for you. Good luck with the recording in that. If you have any questions outside of getting this done in class today, shoot me an email. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and we will see you again soon.